Welcome to Postgate Pedagogy. In this episode, we're at St Augustine's in Middlesbrough. The role of the learning assistant is vital in ensuring effective teaching and learning can take place. In this setting, teacher and learning assistant work symbiotically to support pupil learning. During this input, watch how it is skillfully executed. Spot the learning assistant periscoping the room, ensuring 100% engagement. Notice how they model the expectations of the children, echoing back to the teacher. At the same time, they add key information to working walls and flip charts, providing accessible scaffolds for all learners. With total fluidity, they also use co-regulation strategies to engage a learner in talk, whilst assessing how the knowledge is developing during a think, pair, share. This is collaboration in action, driving engagement, scaffolding success, and leaving absolutely no child behind. Enjoy.
And we are going to be extending modern day witnessing now. So we're going to think about how we looked at Jesus and God for a witness, and now we're going to look at how real people are witnesses. Okay? Now, we are going to have this up the whole time, making sure that it helps us to make some links. And over on our working wall, you can keep going back there. Remember, that's a space you can go to find and help you with those links. Remember in year 6, we're showing that understanding. It's like making a cake, well done, making a cake, layering those understanding, those links to show we've got a full picture. So we're going to start with some vocabulary. So I'm going to say it, then you're going to say it. The first word is modern day witness. Can everyone say that?
Modern day witness.
Now, a modern day witness is somebody who shows their faith through their daily actions. So remember, a witness we originally talked about is someone who just sees something, but in a religious sense, it's someone who sees something and acts on that. The next word is courage. Can everybody say courage?
Courage.
Courage is the ability to do the right thing, even when it may be difficult. Now, we might hear that inspires them. No? Your dad is an inspiration, so he sparks you to want to do things. Excellent. Last one, Levi. Ice hockey coach, again, inspires you to want to do. And we're going to be looking at some very inspirational people today. But I want us to think today now of the power of real life witnesses. And the first person we are going to look at is a very, very inspirational lady called Mrs. Maraccio. Now, she gave up absolutely everything in her life to become an inspirational witness. She actually gave up her whole life where she lived and moved to an island in the Philippines. And she is a teacher, so there's 26 children in here. She is a teacher to 600 children, and she is the only teacher to them. Okay, so we're going to learn about those. Now, she grew up in the Philippines, Mrs. Maraccio, and she had a good job in her city and she was quite happy and enjoyed herself. But ever since she was a young girl, she'd been inspired, there's our key word again, by an organisation called Mission Together. And she always remembered that their message was children can help children. So she gave up her job, she trained as a teacher, and she moved to a small island called Natandol, where lots of children live in poverty and need significant help and support. Now, on the island, you don't see very many men because a lot of the men, if you think of like the Windrush we've done in history, how a lot of people went over to earn money for their families to send back. Do you remember that idea? So obviously this is different, but this is the same idea of lots of the men had left in order to go and try and earn money. So on the island, there was a lot of women and children left and they were living in poverty. The island group of sisters who all came together, missionary sisters, to help. They brought toys, they made posters, they made things for the children to have. And it might not have many resources, but she gave up everything to help them. Now, think, pair and share. You've got 2 minutes before we continue. How is this reminding you of the gospel stories we have read of witnesses? How is this reminding you of Jesus as a witness? George? So she's given up absolutely everything, right? How does that remind you of being a modern day witness? I love that. I've just heard the Holy Spirit guided her. That's excellent. What are you saying over here?
It's very, very hard to teach 6 kids.
Yeah.
Very, very.
So she's very impressive. I love that. Well, we're going to share. Good. Do you want to share it with me now?
Yeah. It was the shepherd who left all their sheep to find one.
Love it. What a brilliant, and that's called the 99 sheep, sorry. Oh, I'm hearing some brilliant answers. Coming back together, eyes on me in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I heard some incredible answers. Now, throughout the lesson, there might be times where you share me an amazing link, and that link's going to be stored on our working wall. And then again, when we do our writing and we're showing those links and making that cake, we can just walk straight over and do it. So the story of the 100 sheep and then the 99 sheep. So what happened there, Adriel, in that story?
So one sheep got lost when the shepherd left all the other sheep to find that one.
Brilliant. How does that remind you of Mrs. Maraccio?
Oh, she left her family.
Okay, so she left everything she had in order to achieve that. My brain's going like that, and I can see some of your hands because there's a hymn that's ringing in my head right now that links that. Left everything, Noah. Follow me. So then on our hymn section, we've got another one. We've got follow me. So again, leave everything and come out and do that. Excellent. Well done. Alex? Brilliant. And do you know that quote we did in Monday's worship that was like, God loved the world so much that he gave his only son? That rings a bell here, doesn't it, massively? I love your enthusiasm. Mate, I heard you sharing some wonderful ideas with Miss Bryn, so I'd like to hear yours.
So God teach Jesus, and then Jesus teaches disciples, and then the disciples teach all of the people, and the people teach us.
Brilliant. And that's exactly what a modern witness does.